There was a great Sufi saint, and he had become old. So his disciples asked him, "How did you find your guru? How did you find your master?" And the Sufi saint said, "When I was young, I traveled at the foothills of Himalayas. And at the foothills of the Himalayas, I found my master. And I went to him, I bowed before him, but he didn't pay any attention to me. But I was very happy because I had found my master. And so I lived in that ashram. I served the master. And the master would never pay any attention to me. He always ignored me. But many people used to come. He used to talk with all of them, but he always ignored me. But I was happy to be in his omnipresence, so I used to serve him. I used to sweep the floor. I used to cook food. And then, after 1 year, one day, he just looked at me. Just one look. And there was so much love in that. That one glance, that one look was enough for me to continue for 1 more year. And after 2 years, one evening, he looked at me and he smiled. And his smile was so sweet. I was so happy. I had no words to express. And I just kept serving him. And after 1 more year, one night he came and I was about to sleep. He came to me. He kissed on my forehead and he said, "Rahim, you are ready. And you should leave now." And so since he said that you are ready, I followed his instruction. With a heavy heart, I bowed before him. I took his blessings and I started on my journey. And that is how my journey began. And since he said that you are ready, I must be ready. And that is how I met my Guru. Only for 3 times. The first time, he just looked at me. The second time, he smiled. And the third time, he came and he kissed on my forehead and said, "Rahim, you are ready." The story is significant because a student cannot wait for so many years. A student is always in rush, you see, but a disciple can wait. A devotee can wait. He can wait for ages because he is not in rush. And you know why he is not in rush? Because he is devoted. It is the devotion that makes him keep going. It is the devotion that drives him. And so a disciple can wait for ages. A disciple, a true disciple, is never in rush. A true disciple has no goal, no agenda. He is simply happy to be in the omnipresence of the Master. And this beauty you will find in the Nakshatra of Shravan. And that is why I personally love the Nakshatra of Shravan. Always remember, the Nakshatra is beautiful, but the chart, the overall birth chart, should also have a certain quality to it. You see, a certain depth of understanding to it. In a cheap horoscope, the nakshatra may not be able to give the kind of results it can give in a quality horoscope. You see, it is a deep subject. I definitely cannot explain everything in this one video, but I think for now, I will talk on this Shravan Nakshatra, a beautiful nakshatra filled with devotion, love, and sweetness.